I'm in quite a lot of pain.
Yeah, your back is why?
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you have it like me?
Hates me, I think. I had a day off and I was up early and I had so many things I was going to get done. And the universe was like, no, f you. And I honestly don't know what I did. But
yeah, were you like me? I just reached for my camera and my back said, no.
Yeah. I rocked Aleve, Advil, Tylenol, a heating pad, a hot shower, icy hot, and I've now moved on to like the tattoo numbing cream. And I can kind of move without wanting to scream.
It's very stupid, isn't it? Like yesterday, we should have had the show yesterday, but it's like every time I eat stuff that I've eaten before, and I'm not talking like crazy, I'm talking like tater tots, all right? And these stuff I've eaten before, it's like pulling a slot machine handle. And it's like, will my stomach be angry about it today? I don't know why. I'm not going out and like grabbing like buckets of super spicy fried chicken with I'm not going to Bojangles and, it's just tater tots. It is the blandest of bland food.
Yeah.
Tater tots in the air fryer, for f***'s sake. Yeah, and my stomach went,
wow.
Fuck you. Gave me both.
Legitimately, fingers. Like, I'm at the age where I have a bit of lower back pain now and then. A fun thing about getting regular CT scans is that they told me that I have mild scoliosis in my lower back, which is, it took cancer to find that out. That was weird.
Yay.
But I've learned to mitigate it. Like if I lay on my back, I elevate my knees. I roll my back sometimes and that. But so normally this is not a huge problem. And honestly, for being someone who's pushing 50 and a cancer survivor physically, I'm doing mostly pretty great. Like mostly I have very little cause for complaint. Legitimately, I don't think I've been in this much pain since I was in chemo. I don't know what the I did today.
The flesh is weak. Succumb to the darkness. It is the only answer.
I'm trying. I got a fucking dark hold on my desk, man. I'm trying.
Each week, Catherine, the Radio Dead Air audience, go out in the worldwide interwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring back here for a segment we like to call What the Fuck is Wrong with You? I'm Nash, she's Tara. This is the news. And I talk about this one a lot. If you've ever seen The Wire, you know this bit. It's like, I think, second or third season, and they're trying to get a drug dealer co-op working together, and they're using Robert's Rules of Order to get them to behave them damn selves and work together. And
really?
One of the guys in the group he's been studying the Robert's Rules of Order, and the other guy looks over and he's writing shit down on a notepad. It's like, what are you doing? The rules say I have to keep minutes of the meeting. Motherfucker, is you keeping notes on a fucking criminal conspiracy? I've taken that to heart. Many of us have, which brings us to our first story this week. What? Do not put the evidence on your social fucking media. Letter carrier turned mail thief posted Instagram photos flaunting her high life. Look at what those are literal, actual fat stacks. Just piles of cash that she put online. Former United States Postal Service letter carrier pleaded guilty today in California to a 3-year spree. 3 years! Stealing credit and debit cards and checks from the mail. Items she used to pay for luxury goods and international travel. Mary Ann McDammit.
Oh, Mary Ann.
That last name is perfect. 31 copped a conspiracy to commit bank fraud, a felony in connection to a sprawling scheme that included her using many of the stolen cards and selling others to accomplices with nicknames like Ghana and One Punch. McDammit, who earned 56. This is what drives me crazy. As a letter carrier, she's earning $56,000 annually. Not a lot, not chicken feed though. That's pretty good. And the benefits you get as a mail carrier, they're very nice. Like you got a pension with that shit. Some of us have only heard of
easy job.
No.
Like you're literally out no matter what the weather is. If the world is ending, you're out. Like it's not an easy job, but
yeah.
So far, that could change tomorrow. They try to make it worth your while.
It's like you got, like, some of us have only heard of pension in stories and song, in legends, in a time long ago, like Camelot and shit, right? And you've got one. She was delivering the mail to the post office in Torrance, used her Instagram page, Your Fucking Mom, to chronicle various vacations destinations like Aruba, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Los Cabos, Turks, and Caicos. Shopping sprees, netted items from Hermes, Rick Owen, Palm Angels, Dior, and Louis Vuitton,
Hermes.
as well as
oh, Nash.
a Tesla Cybertruck and a diamond-encrusted Rolex watch. After more than 100 credit cards were reported stolen from stops on McDammit's route, Postal Service investigators launched a probe, including the surreptitious placement of a camera inside her postal vehicle. McDammit was subsequently caught red-handed sorting mail containing checks and plastic. When they raided her apartment, they found 133 debit and credit cards, 16 U.S. Treasury checks, 18 stolen gift cards, and a partridge in a pear tree. Investigators were also able to obtain store surveillance video showing McDammit making purchases with stolen cards at Apple and Home Depot. Dual citizen of the U.S. and Philippines being held in a federal detention center in Los Angeles in advance for October 27th sentencing. Conspiracy charge carries a maximum of 30 years. Well, I mean, if you'd stayed with the post office, you would have been taken care of pretty much for life. Now in prison, you'll be taken care of pretty much for life because you're not leaving.
But I hope those vacations were awesome.
The entire fuck with it. God damn, lady.
I just don't understand how you thought they wouldn't eventually catch on because, like,
you're putting piles of cash on your Instagram. Like, that's like this fucking much money. This much.
But even if you hadn't done that, if all of the credit cards and checks are going missing in your area,
on her route,
going to look into that. Right. Like, they're eventually going to look into that. Why does the mail, specifically mail involving money, keep getting fucked up on this particular block?
Especially because, like, if it's MasterCard and they're looking at, like, well, this house, there's something wrong with this zip code, boss. I don't understand what it is.
But I bet she was delivering those bills, though.
Oh, yeah. Like, if she'd, like, trash the bills or something, maybe I could be like, but no, the bills go to them, but not their money. Because, yeah, has this lady not seen Goodfellas? She's like the guys with the fucking fur coat and the pink Cadillac and shit.
Or kid when I worked at Old Navy, who he and his girlfriend were stealing credit cards from the hospital, and he was using it to buy stuff, and he got caught because he used his employee discount with somebody else's credit card. I don't know why you would do that.
Next stop is Madison County, Nebraska. And there's a sentence in this story that had me, if it wasn't for my horse, I wouldn't have spent that year in college. We've got one of those this week. It's over to you. Naked driver arrested after motorcycle he was hauling was reported stolen. Oh, we're already off to a good start with our shit. Traffic stop in Madison County turned into a bizarre arrest after deputies found a new driver hauling a stolen motorcycle and drugs. According to a release by the sheriff's office, deputy was patrolling, found a pickup truck pulling a flatbed trailer without functioning lights. Yeah, if you are gonna break the law, taillights, inspection stickers,
inconspicuous,
your registration. You got to blend the fuck in. When deputies activated their emergency lights, the pickup truck failed to stop. They continued driving north. Pickup truck was hauling two motorcycles. When deputies approached the vehicle, they found the pickup truck's driver, later identified as 47-year-old Kip Polston of Iowa, completely nude, using a pair of pants to cover himself. Now let's pause there. You are naked.
What a sentence.
And yet you're using a pair of pants to cover yourself. So already you understand the concept of concealing one's genitals in public, and yet you fail to pants.
Yeah, I mean, there's another way that you could, to quote, use a pair of pants to cover yourself. Like, they're actually designed for that.
But here's the part.
That's their job.
Here's the part that fucked me up. According to deputies, when Polston was asked why he was naked, he, quote, stated he was hot and allergic to his own sweat.
You know what? I sympathize. I do.
How are you allergic to your...
One word, eczema. That I'm... Sir, Mr. Polston, I just want you to know you have eczema. Because I also thought I was allergic to my own sweat. And it's eczema.
Or he also told deputies he had a pipe and a dab, substance saying to be THC concentrate, a marijuana water pipe, a black pistol case containing a BB gun with obscured serial numbers, initially suspected to be a real firearm. Did you file the numbers off a BB gun?
BB gun?
They can't trace those, you
Christmas
dipshit.
Story 2. A Christmas Story 2 went dark, huh? Life didn't work out for Ralphie.
Christmas Story 2. He will shoot your eye out. The fuck?
I'm serious though. Like, I thought I was allergic to my own sweat for a long time, and if he's legitimate,
okay.
Like,
but Tara, I'm gonna roll the dice on this one and say it's maybe it's eczema, maybe it's drugs.
Maybe the drugs are the cause of the sweat, but he still has the eczema.
You're gonna die on the cell, aren't you?
Yes, because I suffered for years, and I said the exact same stupid thing. I thought I was allergic to my own tears. Because, like, if my eyes would tear, I would have it always look like I was wearing red winged eyeliner because I would get like skin irritation from my own tears. It's eczema.
Hey.
You just need some cortisone.
We have some more fun with nudity, and by fun I mean but there are professions that we as children regarded as the grown-ups. Like there was the fire chief. He is a grown-up, right? The bus driver, he is a grown-up. There's a little bit of respect for them. Just crane engineer.
Yeah.
It's grown. These are the people who do the things, and you regard them a little bit with awe.
Just as an aside, have you internalized yet that you are a grown-up?
No, because I'm bad at it.
Because I kind of, and I'm almost AARP age.
Yeah, I'm bad at it. I still haven't
internalized that I'm a fucking grown-up.
Well, technically AARP is 39. It's whenever you can retire. It's not age-based. It's money-based.
Oh, okay. Well, it used to be 50.
Yeah, now it's if you can afford it. So now this is what you think of airplane pilots as they're very smart and they're trained to fly planes and it's dangerous and they keep everybody alive up in the air.
Until you meet a couple.
Yeah, and speaking of, holy shit.
If you know airplane pilots, you get real afraid of flying real fast.
EasyJet pilot suspended after drunk and naked incident. EasyJet has suspended one of its captains after he's reportedly seen roaming a luxury hotel drunk and naked. That's a predicament. A named pilot was witnessed walking through a common area of a 5-star resort in Cape Verde without any clothes in the early hours of the morning on 5 August after an extended drinking session in a bar. He was due to operate a return flight to Gatwick more than 36 hours later, was grounded after the budget airline received complaints about the incident and a replacement pilot found. EasyJet spokesman told the BBC the pilot now faces an investigation and the safety of passengers and crew was at, quote, highest priority. Captain arrived at the spa and began drinking on the 4th of August. The following morning, 2:30 a.m., hotel guests reportedly saw him strip off and wander into the reception before moving on to the gym and spa. Oh, now that's already a place where you have to be like concerned about stuff, but you add naked to that and it's unpleasant. An anonymous source inside the airline. What?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Anonymous source outside the airline was quoted as saying, the pilot did not have a stitch on and reeked of alcohol. Buddy, what's happened to you? What's going on in your life?
Yeah.
Where
but also,
you find
the flight was 36 hours away.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the wandering around naked is not great, obviously. No. But like being drunk off duty when your next shift is 36 hours away.
Okay, yes. But let's think about this. You have stirred up an entire 5-star resort with your weenus.
Yeah.
You're wobbly and weenus, and it's not a good time. You don't want
to mistake that for the plane controls.
No.
It's not a good time for anybody. See, even Charlie ran away at that.
So while you may have time to sober up, you've kind of, there's a level of faith that your passengers require to believe that you're going to get them from one place to another without everybody dying. And
yeah,
you know, I
feel like if not for the wandering around naked, this would not have really been an issue.
Probably not. Because, you know, some guy passes out at the bar. It's like, some guy passed out at the bar. if some guy got stupid drunk and walking around and you can tell which way north is just by looking at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not great.
That's not great. That's the
but
one
also,
where
isn't EasyJet like a step below Frontier?
I don't even know how they rank, honestly. How do those work?
Because, like, I don't know. As far as I know, EasyJet is one of the ones where, like, for $20 you can fly on the wing if you can hang on or something. So, like,
I just love how
their pilots up at 5-star resorts while they're
charging
you to use the bathroom.
I don't know,
not
but
that the pilots shouldn't get paid. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Like, everybody should get paid, but maybe you don't charge people for the bathroom.
I love how he's disparaged the sterling name of EasyJet.
EasyJet, I know. That's like, I'm a little surprised they took it so seriously. I feel like if it was like Ryanair, they would make a commercial out of it.
Oh,
they'd be like, we're saving money because the pilot doesn't wear clothes.
Well, speaking of being on the wing of the plane, slightly different means of transportation. Have you ever been on a high-speed rail? Do they have those in Ireland and whatnot? Yeah, but I have been
I have not taken public transit in Ireland.
I have waited my entire fucking life to have this in America, and we never will. We never will because because you know why. But other countries, they have them. These things are blazing fucking fast. It's like hundreds of kilometers an hour, and just like, wow, it gets you there. Now imagine you look out the window. You're speeding along like 200 kilometers an hour, and there's someone out there. Man survives clinging to high-speed train in Austria. According to the rail spokesman Herbert Hofer, the incident occurred in west of Vienna when a man stepped off the train for a cigarette break and it departed without him. The railjet service traveling from Zurich to the Austrian capital left on schedule but arrived in Vienna 7 minutes late. Citing a passenger on board, they reported the man jumped into the gap between two carriages after the train began moving. Offer described the act as highly irresponsible, stretching as such behavior usually ends in tragedy. 24-year-old Algerian reportedly knocked on the windows to draw attention, prompting the driver to activate the emergency brake. Train staff then helped him on board. He was taken into custody upon arriving in Vienna. Even better, in January, a similar case was reported in Germany when a 40-year-old Hungarian survived after holding onto a high-speed train for 32 kilometers, also after stepping off for a cigarette break. Smoking kills, man. What can I say?
You need to quit smoking. Yeah, if that ain't what you need to quit smoking, how fast do those things go?
Very fast. Let me look. This high-speed rail.
Because I wouldn't want to do that shit on the regular train.
Rail,
like if you've taken Germany, like even like the Metro North, you get on the train and there's no seats in the car and like you're going down car to car. That shit's scary when you're moving in between the cars on the fucking Metro North, which does not go very fast.
Between 124 and 200 miles per hour, not kilometers, miles. So they're going, yeah, at the low end, it's like 124. At the high end, it's like over 200 miles per hour.
Is that like, you're like, that's like the kind of speed that flattens you.
No, but it does.
No?
Your jowls will be flapping. I just imagine sitting on the train and just hearing.
Right?
Does anybody else hear? What the fuck? You just look out there and there's a guy. It's like, hi.
No, I can't.
No, I can't. You're fucked, bro. I don't know. You have put yourself into the most fucked position. I don't know what to do about this shit.
You need to fucking quit smoking.
I was not trained for this. Trained.
Well, it's funny because Europe is still much more permissive of smoking than America, as I understand it. Like, younger people, I don't think smoke as much, but still, like, Europe isn't as puritanical about smoking as we are. And that plus high-speed rail is apparently a terrible combination.
Yeah, because imagine trying to catch your breath out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've made it worse. You've made it worse. All right. Pennsylvania is our next one. And I have had jobs where I was fired. I didn't deserve it. I also have jobs. Oh, the ones that really pissed me off was when working tech as a contractor. And instead of, because you're a contractor, they can so freaking abuse you. You don't get laid off. You don't get severance. They just don't renew your contract. So you're screwed. That happened. That pissed me off so many times. I understand losing a job you enjoyed or you needed, or just losing a job and being kind of as unfairly and getting upset about it. I get that. We all do. It's happened to every single one of us because bosses are jerks. They're legally allowed to be jerks. It's the American way. However, you sit around the house a little bit. Maybe, you watch a bunch of reruns of Friends in your underwear, eat way too much ice cream, and then in time, you move on, a new job. This guy got a hobby instead. Making explosives. Pennsylvania man accused of detonating bomb placed under former boss's car. Michael Tackus, 43, was allegedly caught on camera placing a bomb under his former boss's car and detonating 2 months after he was fired from his job. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. Pennsylvania man is accused of placing a bomb under his former supervisor's car after he was fired from his job. Early morning hours of July 26, Michael Patrick Tackus Jr. of Warminster, Pennsylvania, was caught on camera driving up to the home of his former supervisor in a dark-colored Jeep Renegade. Tackus then said, seen getting out of his Jeep with a black object, walking over to the victim's Ford Explorer before quickly walking away empty-handed, driving off. Moments later, the Jeep can be seen driving very fast past the Ford in the seconds leading up to the explosion. Investigators explained they think Tackus used a remote to detonate the explosive device that he left near the Ford. During the investigation, officers discovered Tackus was fired from his job in May of 2025, found that he bought detonators that matched the ones used in the case, and he had taken a screenshot of a map online that showed where the victim lived. Charged with unlawfully transporting explosive materials along with other related charges and has been detained. Now, for the people who ask,
why he got fired.
I wonder why. It's a mystery. He
seems like such a stable, great individual to be around.
Now, people often ask why they get charged with stuff like unlawfully transporting explosives when they've set off a bomb. That's because those are the ones they can charge immediately and prove the easiest. The rest of the charges will come. Like you have escalated to some like terroristic shit, my friend. I was double checking the story to make sure no one was hurt because I flipped through a different couple of copies of this. He put like nuts and bolts and screws in that shit too.
Oh God, it was a shrapnel bomb?
Yeah. It went fucking everywhere.
Which is extra weird because then why would you detonate it when clearly nobody's in it? Not that I'm glad that he didn't do that. But if you go to the trouble to make a shrapnel bomb, the whole point is that
you're trying to catch
fly into a person.
Apparently, it was like in the house,
in the driveway,
like
obviously.
Just, brother, of all the things you could possibly think will help the situation, blowing up his truck, how does that help?
I don't think he's going to write you a reference now.
Right. They don't say what his job was.
Tell us why you left your last job. No. Pass.
I'll use a lifeline. Oh, like fucking you just did, like, of all the things, move on. Yes, I know it's
sometimes
unpleasant. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've been fired when I didn't deserve it, and it sucks.
Like that is some psychic damage, right?
Yeah, like it does suck. Although to be fair, when I got fired and really didn't deserve it, I hated that job so much that I was actually a little bit excited. But still, you know, I was pretty excited until I realized I had no income, and that does suck. But you know, you gotta just
like this. It's one of, I swear to God, it's got to be one of those fucking macho masculine things. Like, you don't beat me, I beat you.
Yeah.
Oh. That's what it's all about. All right, this last one is if you've ever been driving along the highway, this can just happen sometimes. And there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. All it takes is one person fucking up, and everybody's having a bad day.
You put it in the chat.
That's all right. They'll see it eventually anyway. There you go.
You could play along at home.
Here, we got video. Let's watch here. So, driving down the highway. There we go. Oops. No bang. Yeah, and then you get okie dokie. There is a backhoe flipping and flying. That was me.
And did the truck just keep going?
Truck just kept going. Truck driver narrowly misses being struck by a backhoe cartwheeling through the air. Truck driver with MVP Rentals in Rigby describes the harrowing moments as she watched the semi-truck in front of her smash through a bridge Tuesday afternoon. Tabitha LaFontaine Farley. Oh, that's a lovely name. It was just out of nowhere, but it's a lovely
pretty name.
An employee, I don't know where that came from. An employee with MVP Rentals says she was transporting porta potties to an event in Fort Hall when she suddenly felt the need to slow down. I heard the noise before I saw the dust. Once I saw the dust, I knew I was having a bridge come down on me. Only thing, bless her heart, the only thing I could think of was, don't lose the porta potties.
Tabitha.
Bless your heart, honey. Honey, you have bigger issues. Like, look at that shit.
I promise you, your job doesn't care as much about you as you do those porta potties.
Well, there's also that, and if you, I don't know how clean those things are, but just a load of well, it's not just the clean, this a load of porta potties spilling across the highway.
If she was transporting them to the event, then they were probably pretty clean.
But then there's also, you're dropping a load of porta potties in the middle of the highway and there are people driving behind you. So yeah, I can kind of understand. Yeah, you don't want to. You'll kill somebody. Yeah. According to news release
from, worry about you first, though.
According from a news release from Idaho State Police, a 1986 Peterbilt semi-truck, Optimus Prime, hauled 2 backhoes, driven by a 36-year-old male from New Plymouth, was traveling southbound when it struck the Porterville Road Bridge. The backhoe then fell into the median. Riley says she drove underneath the bridge right after the first semi-truck struck it. Luckily, her dash camera captured the entire incident. And you can watch watch her reaction live. Here we go. There she is. The moment it's happening, you can actually see the what the fuck on her face, and there. She wants no part of that shit. Nope. That is a nope. 2 cars behind Farley, a 2013 Volvo.
Really calm.
Yeah, I would be saying a lot more things.
Yeah.
Semi-truck was also hauling two backhoes traveling southbound. It was driven by a 47-year-old male from Las Vegas, also struck the bridge. Riley Kress, the driver of a small pickup truck, driving behind her with knowing what to do when the 2 semis crashed in the bridge. There's a little pickup behind me. Thankfully, knew how to drive because I had a long trailer behind me. Oddly enough, Farley said she had just watched a video the night before on what to do if the vehicle in front of you crashes on the highway. Said to drive as if you were in snow, pump your brakes, don't slam on them. Damage to Farley's truck was mostly cosmetic. She credits MVP Reynolds for giving her the proper training. Look at what happened to the fucking bridge. Jeez,
listen,
that is
great job, Tabitha.
Yeah.
You're a fucking G. You kept your cool. Great job. I want to talk about the driver that saw a truck carrying backhoes hit the bridge.
And just
kept going.
Yeah.
You didn't think you should stop and like assess your haul for a second there? That didn't give you pause?
Well, no, Tara, it's already broke. He already broke it. Can't make it any worse, right?
Oh, you can always make it worse.
You can always look at that picture. Is that rebar? Is that fucking rebar? Listen, children, that can't be rebar. That's rebar.
If you take nothing away from this show, nothing else, if we teach you nothing, you can always make it worse.
I could be wrong. I'm looking at that picture. That looks like wire. But I think it's rebar. And if that's got to be wire, because there's no way you could do that to fucking rebar. It's got to be.
Rebar killed Dean Winchester. I don't think you could do that to it with a truck. Spoiler.
And that's absolutely realistic right there. Of course, because
I mean, that's one of the few realistic things that ever happened on the show, actually. It was also bullshit.
At any given point on the highway, through no fault of your own, someone could make a stupid mistake, like, for one thing, not checking the height of their load, and suddenly there's heavy equipment flying towards your fucking vehicle at speed.
Even if they don't make a mistake, like I've told the story before about how like 2 tires just came off a semi and flew at my sister in a 77 Zephyr. And like, I actually drove by another semi on the highway last week that had lost 2 tires, and I like tensed the fuck up remembering that. So like, yeah, sometimes you just get Final Destination.
Wait. To
be fair, Dean came back. Not that time he didn't.
That is rebar and tensioning wire. Okay, Drake, thanks. That's worse. So that was rebar. Jesus Christ. Well, okay, and Tara, if you've been Final Destinationed, that means you narrowly escaped death, and now death is coming for you because you pissed it off.
Yeah. Are you not a little worried about Tabitha right now? I'm a little worried about Tabitha right now.
Yeah, don't make sure there's nothing plugged in around your tub. You know, be very careful with whatever you put in the microwave.
Tabitha, you need to start living in one of those big inflatable hamster balls.
Oh my, you want Final Destination? That's how you get Final Destination. Yes, Retro K. Yes. Oh, so yeah, that's the first thing well, the last thing we learned this week is just because you're a good driver doesn't mean everybody else is.
Life is chaos.
Life is chaos, yeah. We've learned that losing a job it can hurt. It does not hurt enough for you to bomb your boss's car. That's a whole new set of problems you've invented for yourself. Like,
I mean, unless your boss is like the head of Spectre. Then I guess, sure. But like, that's the bar.
We've learned that clinging to the outside of a high-speed rail. No, just catch the next train, bruh.
Yeah, don't do that.
There's gonna be another one. It's a train.
You ever get like a grasshopper on your windshield, or one of those really, really tiny little frogs?
And they're just
the whole time you're driving. Yeah.
You're like, oh my God. And they're like, oh my God.
You're like praying to every god there is that they can hang on until you hit a red light. You don't want to be that frog.
We learned it's possible to impugn the good name of EasyJet. We've learned you can be you can be allergic to your own sweat. So maybe fix your air conditioning if you're going to steal motorcycles.
And see your primary care, because they can give you a prescription for that.
And finally, if you are engaged in a years-long conspiracy to steal credit cards and checks, maybe do not put the bling. Like, what's the caption here? The caption says, with the stacks of cash, it's, you ever been hurt while grinding? Well, I'm sure you have now, hon.